شبات شلوم، خاکسمه، خیلی خوش اومدین. موعد پسح رو به همتون تبریک میگم. صحبت امروزم رو دو قسمت میکنم، قسمت کوتاه فارسی و بعد قسمت دوارتورا رو به انگلیسی میگم به خاطر جوونامون انشاءالله که همه میلا میکنن. شبات شلوم، همونطور که احتمالا خبر دارید من دیروز از ارس اسرائیل برگشتم. شبات شلوم، اگر فقط یک دلیل وجود داشت، که کسی بخواد از اسرائیل برگرده، برای من تنها دلیلش با شما بودن امروز. هر بار که سفر میکنم این ذوق‌ها رو دارم که میرم به اسرائیل، عاشق‌تر، شفته‌تر میشم به این کشور نیست، سرزمینم اسمشو نمیخوام بذارم، مکانی هست خودش، جایی هست powerful و هر چقدر که بیشتر درک میکنیم قدرتش و نورش بیشتر و بیشتر میشه. من از همتون خواهش میکنم که با خودتون عهد ببندید که هر چقدر که میتونید مسافرت کنید، برید ارس اسرائیل، جوونا رو بفرستید، بچه ها رو بفرستید، عادت کنید به رفتن به این مکان مقدس. کشور ارس اسرائیل It's an unbelievable energy force. یروشلایم میرین، آتش یروشلایم تمام وجودتون رو میگیره. صفاد میرین، روح اصفاد اسپریتتون رو لیفت میکنه. میرین کنرت، روشنایی و پاکی آب نشاماتون رو دیوانه میکنه. آرزوی من اینه که نشینید، ما عادت داریم میگیم صدا میکنه اسرائیل، 5000 سال اسرائیل صداتون کرد، نذارید عقب نندازید، برید جلو، رزرو کنید. یک خرجایی هست که شما نمیدید، خرج شبات شما نمیدید، خرج غذای شبات شما نمیدید، پول لباس شبات شما نمیدید، خرج اسرائیل شما نمیدید، خرج رفتن اسرائیل شما نمیدید، پولی که در اسرائیل خرج میکنید پول شما نیست. The more you invest, you spend time, the more you receive. میگم تنها دلیلی که منو آروم میکرد که سوار هواپیماشم عشقم و مسئولیتم برای این کلیسا بود. انشالله که این کشور پاینده بمونه، این سرزمین میمونه، روشن باشه، دنیا رو صلح و آرامش بیاره. So today is the first day of Pasover, Pesach, and it's Shabbat. So the power of Passover intensifies in a much higher level. If the power of Pesach is something, when it falls on Shabbat, it becomes so powerful. And what is the power of Pesach? It says in the Torah that God brings us out of Mitzrayim And we understand that Misraim in Kabbalah doesn't mean the country of Misraim. Misraim means darkness. Misraim means challenges we get stuck with. Misraim means when, God forbid, we fall in health, in financial, in relationship, in family matter, in business. On the first day of Passover, Pesach, God Himself takes us out of darkness. That means today we connect to ultimate power of redemption. Freedom from any kind of negativity, any kind of limitation, any kind of difficult, unsolved challenges. Today, if God forbid, there is an issue with health, it will be removed. Any issue with financial, it will be removed. Any difficulties, any challenges in relationship, it will be removed. We eat matzah in Passover. And it says in the Torah that Passover is the bread of a poor man. A bread of a poor man. And then Maharal discusses why God is talking about calling matzah a bread of a poor person. If today is the first day of Passover, it has this tremendous amount of energy, power, that takes every one of us, every soul, out of darkness and brings us to Yeshua, to redemption, to ultimate freedom. Why do we have to eat a bread that is called bread of a poor person? And why 7 days? And again, it says that God took us out of Egypt very quickly. Maharal discusses these three concepts. Why matzah is called poor man bread? Why 7 days? Why we're supposed to eat matzah for 7 days? And why Torah tells us that we get out of Egypt quickly, out of darkness quickly. What is freedom? Today is the day of freedom. Freedom of what? When we read the Torah, when we read the superficial concept, the literal meaning of the Torah, we read about slavery. And then today we become free from slavery. What slavery are we talking about? There is no slave in today's world. Doesn't seem that we're all slaves. So why are we reading about freedom from slavery? What is freedom? And what is the secret of a poor man? Every time in our life, every day, that we are dependent on something. If I am dependent on something or someone to make me happy, I'm a slave. If I am dependent on my business, on my profession, to bring me money, I am a slave to that profession, to that business. Every time that I need someone to make me happy, to give me love, to fulfill me, that means you're a slave. you're not free. And why do we feel this concept of slavery? Why we are so dependent on people, on governments, on financial institutions? Why we are so dependent emotionally to our loved ones? Why we don't feel complete? Today is the day that we can feel complete on our own. We were born, we are meant to be happy 24/7. Every second of our life. I am supposed to be so happy with myself, regardless of where I am, who am I with, how much money do I make, what kind of a house I live, what kind of a car I drive, who takes care of me, who do I need. Today is the day. Today is the day that God Himself opens the window of freedom. Freedom from any dependency that prohibits me to feel wonderful about myself all the time. If I am addicted to love, if I am addicted to need, if I am addicted to drugs, if I'm addicted to alcohol, if I'm addicted to my business, any addiction that I may have, that is the byproduct of my consciousness. Today, that limitation will be removed. When it says matzah is the food of a poor man, you know, if you're poor, if you don't have anything in this world, you have less problem, less anxiety than someone who has millions of dollars, corporations, managers, factories, businesses, institutes, and all that. As we become bigger, as we become more mature, and we enhance our living, we become more dependent on the people in our life. If I'm a big shot, if I'm a president of the United States, I'm not free because I am governed, influenced by other countries, by the government, by my assistants. So the more we become big physically, the more slave we become. Then our happiness, our freedom, it depends on the people who are around us. For 7 days, God opens this window, this door, this gateway of freedom. In these 7 days, I am supposed to be standing on my own legs and be the proudest soul in the world. I should feel wonderful about myself. I should feel fulfilled about myself. I should feel so powerful that I don't need anything to make me happy. I don't need money, I don't need position, I don't need honor, I don't need even a soulmate to become happy. Because we are here to be like God. We are supposed to be the channel of creating the life force of God. We are here to give, to share, to expand, to spread the light that is within us. That's why we eat matzah, because matzah is not complicated. Matzah is a simple food. It's a simple food. It says light is simple. The light force of God is simple. The more simple we become, the more light we see. Today is not the day of slave. Today is not the day of being smart, Today is the day of being simple. Today is the day of opening the window. God every day gives us light, blessing, harmony, love. It's all out there. The unfortunate thing is that we're sitting in our own limited consciousness, sitting in this dark room, and we don't open the door. We don't open the window. We don't realize the light is shining, the sun is shining, the air is free, the blessing is all over. When we get so consumed by what is for me today physically, when we get consumed by the illusion of physical reality, we close the door. We're afraid. We lose certainty. Today, we don't open the window. He opens the window for us. He shows us the light. He opens all this door so I can stand on my own legs, on my own, and be happy with myself. Today, you're going to be healed if you're not healed yet. Today, you're financially going to be so rich. Today, you're going to resolve all your relationships. Every challenge, every darkness, every limitation that is only the byproduct of your own consciousness. We create the limitation. We sit in the darkness. We don't see our potential. We become needy. We see lack. We see darkness, and it becomes a reality. Today, we reach our potential of our soul. Why 7 days? Why cannot eat matzah for 1 day and get it over? God created the world in 7 days. Every day, He manifested a different life force for our well-being. He opened the door for 7 days. He spread His light, His blessing, His benefits for 7 days. So for 7 days, we control our desire for the self alone. We control our ego. We control our limited consciousness. So we can draw this light force for 7 days. And why it says quickly? God took us out of Egypt quickly, in a split of a second. Why? What Torah is talking about? Maharaj says, you know some people are still in Iran and they want to get out, but then they have a business to sell, they have a home to sell, they have properties that they need to sell, right? It takes time. It takes time to get rid of everything that I created. I created it. When we think we create, it takes time to get rid of it. Who is willing to sell, to give up everything that he has, and to be all by himself and travel for the sake of the life force? Why we feel lack? Why we feel need? Why we don't see all the blessings? Because time becomes an illusion. Time scares us. It says God took us immediately. That means in a split second, you will feel so powerful that regardless of what you think you might lose by being simple, if there is one thing I want you to take home today with you, is to understand the simplicity. Just like matzah, a simple food goes a long, long way. Today, and for 7 days, we create the ultimate life force. Today, God Himself opened the door because He knows we're not capable of doing it ourselves. We become so involved in physical reality that we get stuck. We become uncertain people. Today and for the next 7 days, we have an opportunity to feel good about ourselves, to have absolute certainty in the power that is within you. We let all the physicality to go and we connect to the energy force that only shines on these 7 days, especially today. B'ezrat Hashem, by the time you go home, you're going to feel wonderful. You're going to feel, instead of a needy person, you're a sharing person. You're a giving person. You give health. You give blessing. You give power to the whole world. Chag Sameach.